Hello everybody, and welcome back to Dragonwing Diamonds. I am here today with a WIP in chat. WIP stands for Work in Progress. In chat, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about my week. And this week, I am actually going to be starting a new kit with you. I will be working on Sake Dragon by Stanley Morrison. If you want to focus, there we go. Absolutely love this kit. It actually was a gift from a very good friend. Is this one of the ones I know who it came from? I think I know who this one came from. I mean, even if I didn't, I think I would have a good guess. But anyways, but yeah, this was a gift for a friend, and I am actually going to be working on this one for an event. So my good friend Elisa over at Mink Arts and Crafts is hosting a Lunar New Year event, and that event is basically you can work on anything Asian themed or anything or any animals from the Chinese zodiac. Which dragon, of course, is from the Chinese zodiac. We all know that from last year. So yeah, I decided to bust this one out. Well, I did a poll, and then this was the one I got voted for. It was either this one or a tiger one. And yeah, this is gonna be a big one. So we'll see how long it takes me to finish it. Especially since I'm painting a little bit slower. But yeah, looking forward to getting into this one though. So what am I going to be working with? I just pulled everything out, so I'm gonna have to load it up and everything, but I will be using my Firefly tray. This is the Ignite Plus size. I thought this color would look really good with the painting because there's a lot of these nice blues in there. I am going to be working with Birthday Cake O Snap Dots, some Fire Breather Captivating Caulk, and some Dragon's Blood Wee Wax. I've been using a lot of Swartz Designs Captivating Caulk during this time of year, but that's because honestly it's it's one of the few putties I own that don't just get like rock hard in the winter. It's been very cold here and very snowy, so. And then I'll be using these two pens. Both of them come from Enabler's Outpost. This one is a Cocoon blank that I sent and had Edward over at Enabler's Outpost turn. Speaking of which, I am posting this on his birthday, so make sure you go over to Enabler's Outpost socials and wish Edward a happy birthday. Yeah. So yeah, I'll be using this one. I absolutely love how this one turned out. I basically told, he asked me what turn what turn I wanted. I was like, surprise me, and honestly, he's got such a great eye for knowing what turn is going to look great with a blank. Like, I am so happy with this pen. And then this one was just one that was picked up in their shop. Which, speaking of Enabler's Outpost, definitely go and check them out. They just lowered their prices on their diamond paintings, guys. And they swapped around how they do shipping now. So, yeah, you guys should go check them out. They're absolutely phenomenal. I love their kits, and honestly, Elizabeth has been doing some things over there, some pretty impressive things. So go check out Enabler's Outpost. Okay, so let's get this pen loaded up. That's everything, right? Oh, I didn't pull out a cover minder. Oh well. It's okay. I'll work with what I have. Yeah, so those of you who may not know how to use glue dots, so this is what I do. You grab your tweezers and pull a dot off. I'm using one of these smaller ones because I find like the bigger ones you gotta rip up to get them to fit into the pen. So yeah, just pull it off, and then I just kind of roll it up in my finger. Just roll. Get it nice and smooshed, and then I'll grab it again in my tweezers. And then you grab your pen. Make sure that you have like no residual wax or putty or anything in your pen tips, otherwise it won't stay in. And then you just shove her in. Giggle. I'm a mature adult, I swear. So yeah, just get that in there. Sometimes they're a little sticky, so it takes a minute to get it to release from the tweezers. Yeah, this one's pretty full. Okay, so yeah. There we go. We're all loaded up with our glue dot. Okay, so there's that. And then for putty, nice and simple. It smells like cinnamon. Or as Hannah says, it smells like Fireball. Okay, and then for putty, just kind of do a stab and wiggle, 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 and pull. Get that all in there. And then, I mean, I usually just use my plastic and I just do a little wiggle back and forth to get it in there, and then I'll just scrape off the excess with my nail. You can use tweezers for the scraping off the excess part. And then I just stick that back on there. It's a nice thing about putty. As long as it just rolls and fits in there, you're golden. Artemis, leave Shadow alone. Stop being such a bully. You are a little bully. You know we got you to be a companion to him, not a jerk. Caroline, come get your cat. Okay, I think that's good enough. Okay, so we're all loaded up there. I'm not going to worry about loading up for the wax yet, I don't think. Yeah. Oh, maybe I will, 'cause I'm not going to get there, but yeah, I'll do it. Okay. So, I think this is my most used WIP wax at this point, and I mean, as you can see, I've barely put a dent into it. So WIP wax, you just take your placer, or wax in general, and just scrapey, 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 scrape. Scrape, 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 scrape. Artemis, leave him alone. Oh my god. Hey! Hey! Artemis! Artemis! Hey! Kitten. Kitten. Come and get the finger. Come and get me. Come on. Come and get me. Okay, that works. You're distracted from Shadow. That's all that matters. Okay. Oop. Push down. There we go. Wax is all loaded up. And I usually load up my multiplacer. I also scrape my multiplacer across there. But I'm not going to worry about that right now. Okay. So, talked about the stuff I'm using. Talked about WIP and chat, what it is. Okay. Hi. Hope you guys are having a great week. My week has definitely been a lot of adjustments. How do I want to work this? I'll just start off with this tiny little bit. Do I have a cover minder up here? Oh. I have an old DAC toolkit up here. I'll just go get a cover minder. And just walking slightly over. Okay, but yeah. Hope everybody's been having a fantastic week. Like I said, I've just been adjusting to my new schedule. Which one do I want to use? We'll just grab this one for now. It's a Christmas present. I haven't used it yet, so let's use it. I'm going to be swapping over cover minders soon, though, because I actually have an order from Shire Shenanigans coming, which I'm very excited about. The owner of that shop, Nicole, she's a sweetheart, a very good friend of mine. Look how cute he is. Okay, this is from Fantasy Sparkles. So, didn't take a good look at those gems before. Man, that's gorgeous. Okay, I'm like, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy. Distracted. Okay, so yeah, I have some cover minders coming from Nicole that I'm very excited about. She's actually sponsoring Lunar New Year. So I got a little Lunar New Year cover minder from her. So I'll be switching out to that once that gets here. But anyways, yeah, so I've been adjusting my new schedule, getting used to working full time again, and just being out of the house often. Like, I'm autistic, so me being out in public is very exhausting to me. And yeah, I'm trying to adjust to my new normal. Struggling, like everything's attacking me. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so I'm adjusting to my new normal, and yeah, it's been quite exhausting and stuff, but I think I'm starting to get into the swing of things. Last week I was able to get caught up a little bit on sleep, because yeah, the week before we had the boys, and it was my first week of work and stuff, and so there was a lot going on there. But then this week I was able to get caught up a little bit on sleep, especially this weekend. Oh my God, I slept so much this weekend. It felt so good. of course, now, tomorrow, we're going back to I have to get boys on the bus again. But yeah, so been adjusting. I'm not feeling as exhausted at the end of the night, although this week was a little different because I was on an assignment at work. So we have rotating stations at work. You have like different areas that you might be in a day, and right now I'm trained in 3 of those areas. Okay, I meant to peel some of that off. Okay, that's fine. So yeah, now I'm trained in like 3 of those areas, and I kept getting put on the busiest one this week, and like except for Friday. Like Friday I actually had a choice because my friend was the one who was making up the schedule because she was senior tech for the night, and she's like, oh, do you want to do batches or do you want to do batches or logging? I'm like, please give me logging, please. So I was on logging, which was awesome. So yeah, but yeah, half the week I was on the batches, which was very high paced and stuff, and I don't know, they always seem to put me on with the people who just don't work. So that was a little frustrating, but I got through it. And then it's kind of funny, like, so after, as long as like all the work's done and stuff like that, we're allowed to play games and stuff on the computer. Like, they're not going to just make us sit around and twiddle our thumbs until the end of our shifts, especially at night, because it's like, okay, there's a point of the night where stuff literally stops coming in. Zero, stop it. Here we go. Yeah, there's literally a point of the night where stuff literally stops coming in. So it's like, they're like, oh yeah, you can play games and stuff on the computers and stuff if, and you can like be on your phones and everything like that. So this glue dot is still too big. Oh my gosh, I'm just ripping part of it off. There we go. Oh God, where did that just go? It's still attached to my nail. Oh my gosh. I'm a mess. So yeah, me and 2 other of my coworkers, they discovered, it's like a bootleg, a knockoff. We'll call it a knockoff Minecraft that we can play there. And like, we have our own server and stuff. And so this week we were building a house, and oh my gosh, this glue dot is fighting me so hard. So yeah, we built our house and everything, which we got a cute little cottagecore house, which now is pink because one of my coworkers found cherry blossoms, and so now everything's pink. And so yeah, we got that all built and stuff, and I built an ice skating rink on Friday. And yeah, we've been having a lot of fun with it. Like, we have a nice little garden and stuff. And the game definitely does not work like Minecraft, because like it's essentially Minecraft, but no like survival mode essentially. Although it's also not fully creative mode either. But yeah, you just go out and gather stuff. Like, your equipment doesn't break, and you don't have to worry about eating or anything like that to keep your health up and stuff. So like, all the survivability parts of Minecraft are kind of not there. And like, there's no nighttime with zombies coming out or anything like that. So I should have poured more in to begin with. I knew that was not going to be enough. So yeah, but yeah, we've been doing that each night, and it's been highly entertaining. Sydney just did something in her room, and it was very loud. But yeah, it's been highly entertaining and stuff. So it's like, I have that moment of like, yeah, I'm kind of bummed I have to go to work because, I'm going to be away from my family, but I'm also excited to go to work because I'm excited to work on my world. So yeah, that was pretty funny. And then it's like, the 2 people who I've been working on this with, one of them's going back to school here, I think this week actually. And so she's not going to be around. And then the other one's moving to New Jersey soon. And I'm like, who am I going to play this with when you guys are gone? And they're like, yeah, you're going to have to keep the world alive. I'm like, yeah, I am going to have to, aren't I? So yeah. But yeah, it's been quite entertaining. But yeah, work's been going pretty good. I've been, just getting used to remembering everything. There's only like a small amount of things that actually changed in the 2 years since I was there. And honestly, I'll say these things are good things that changed. Because, it's like, because I work in a specimen processing lab, so there's a lot of samples that go places, and then there's a lot of times where things kind of just disappear under the cracks, and so now there's like more tracking set up all over the lab, which is really smart because it's like, okay, we can see if it was tracked into XYZ fridge, you know? So that, like, those changes have been good. And of course, I kind of had to roll my eyes a little bit on this week too, because it's like, so we have a machine that does the like a lot of the legwork for us. So basically, this machine, you put the samples on, and then it will like read the labels, and then if it's like testing that needs to go to chemistry and stuff like that, it'll just continue on to their lines, because there's like 4 lines in chemistry that it will go down. So it'll go there for testing. And then there's an aliquoter in the centrifusion there, so it will spin down the samples, it will aliquot them for you, so then that way you could just have to put them where they need to go and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool machine when it works, because you know how it goes with those kind of things. So yeah, it's a pretty cool machine. It does a lot of the legwork for us and stuff, which definitely is helpful with a lot of the stuff. But yeah, so certain people operate, like, for the most part, it's only like 2 people who usually are on the machine. And so this week there was a different guy in the machine, which, mind you, this is the guy that like nobody likes except for his like little groupies. And yeah, with him on the machine, he was like nitpicking on so many little things, like, oh my god, they let a micro urine on the lot, or on the 8100, and it's like, what? Like, yeah, it'll kick it off, and then you just walk it to micro. Like, I'm sorry, when I'm scanning in hundreds and hundreds of samples from a batch, I'm not gonna sit and look at every single urine test and make sure that it's not supposed to go on the 8100. So it was kind of like an eye roll moment there, because I was like, only you would complain about this. And then also there was like, like I handled thousands of samples last week, thousands of samples between Monday through Friday. And then on Friday, I get approached about one sample that had the label just had a label on the, because like some doctor's offices have really long labels, and they like attach to the bottom of the tube, and the machine doesn't like that because it gets stuck and stuff like that. So the one sample that got through from me this week, like I literally had many of those other samples and I took care of them the way I was supposed to. This one I did not notice, but that's the one I get talked to about, and I just kind of had to roll my eyes. I'm like, really? You guys are gonna nitpick on me about this tiny little detail? Like, come to me if I mislabel a patient, okay? Don't come to me over a tube getting on the 8100 and coming off the 8100. Like, come on. So, anyways, just little annoyances and stuff, because yeah, it's just, yeah, some of these new guys are just like, okay, whatever, dude. I'm not going to sit here and baby you so you can just sit on your butt the whole day. Because, like, when you work 8100, you know you're going to be running around the lab all day. That's just the nature of it. Because your job is to pull the things off the machine and put them where they're supposed to go. So, yeah. But, anyways, I don't want to whine too much about that. So, yeah. Did more of my training this week, got signed off on more things, becoming more of a member of the lab there. I have my holiday schedule now, which that worked out really nice for me this year. So usually because like, it's a hospital, we have to have 24/7 coverage there. And normally the way it works is everybody has to work a major holiday and 2 minor holidays. Well, apparently I'm coming in at the right time this year, and I also there's like a person there that I actually can't work weekends with and holidays with, so they've been working around that for me as well. But yeah, there was, oh my god, I'm doing color blocking. This is like the first time in weeks I've done color blocking. Oh my gosh, sorry. Just got really excited about that. So yeah, I got my weekend rotation, which that part kind of made me roll my eyes, because I start in March, and I work the first weekend in March and the last weekend in March, because it's got 5 weekends. I'm like, what the heck is that look? but I guess it did counteract with me not having to work a major holiday this year. I only have to work 2 minor holidays, one of which is Black Friday, and the other one is 4th of July. So it's not bad. And they're both day shifts, so I don't like on Black Friday, if Katie and Lindsay are doing their live again, I don't have to miss that. Yeah. And I don't have to miss the DAC Black Friday release, which is nice. But then I'm also going to be exhausted at work the next day, but I think it's hashtag worth it, right? So, yeah. Oh my god, I love doing color blocking. Maybe I should have started this one yesterday. I know yesterday I was kind of trying to decide, like, do I start on this one or do I continue working on First Snow? And then I was like, no, I'm just going to keep working on First Snow, which I did get a decent amount done. But I actually ended up not diamond painting a lot yesterday, too. But yeah, I decided to stick with First Snow. And then I worked on my Night of the Frost Dragon stitch along last night, which was awesome. So I got another full time lapse ready to go. And I will finish up the next one tonight, or next 2 tonight, hopefully. Anyways, I got distracted. What was I talking about? Oh, okay. But yeah, I didn't diamond paint much yesterday, because my husband and I were watching the Rocket League esports tournament that just started up, and my husband was very excited about watching it and stuff. And then, of course, since he was watching it, I'm watching as well, and asking him like what character, or what, not characters, oh my gosh, which players he's rooting for and stuff like that. And then one thing led to another, and last night I was laying on the couch with him watching this, and I mean, it was kind of like we were watching like football. Like, I'm not gonna lie, we both would be like, oh, and stuff like that. It was just, yeah, it was crazy. But yeah, so we ended up watching that together yesterday. So I didn't diamond paint for like a solid 3 or 4 hours yesterday while we were watching that. Was it? Yeah, it was that long. And then but because he had to leave before the end of it and go get the boys, and I watched the final for him and stuff, and told him the outcome and stuff, the highly disappointing outcome. Yeah, because it was Energy versus Space Station Gaming and stuff like that, and like Space Station Gaming, is that right? Yeah. Space Station Gaming was like, because they do like our first to 4 out of 7 games, and yeah, Space Station Gaming had a quick and early lead where they were they literally were like 3-1, and they just needed one more game to win. And then Energy just like, I don't know what happened in those last few games, but they just like turned things up and just smoked Space Station and ended up taking the victory. I was just like, whoa, that was like, I'm like, I don't understand what happened. But yeah. Anyways, I won't digress on that too much, because I know a lot of people here don't like the gaming talk as much. Okay, we're gonna... I know I still have that little bit to do there, but I just want to get this bigger portion undone here. Yeah, there we go. Nice big portion. Dragonfly back in. But yeah, it was some good quality time my husband and I spent together, and it's kind of nice having another thing that we can do together and stuff and get excited about. Because we have been working a lot on making sure we do more stuff together, especially with me working as much as I am now. Or, well, not as much, but with me working now, because me and him don't get to really see each other much during the week anymore. He has to be in office on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and he literally gets home long enough to hand me the car and say goodbye and head up, and off I go to work. But at least I think Mondays and Fridays I get to spend with him, and we both have the holiday off today, which is nice because it's MLK Day here in the States. So get a nice little day off today, which is really, really helping me a lot. And then I just go back, and it's a 4-day week, but in my experience with those 4-day weeks, I'm sure it's going to be the longest days ever. Hopefully not. But, Okay, so I'm like very confused as to where I am in my talking now. I'm like, I jumped out around so much now. Um, so yeah, did anything interesting happen this week? Oh my gosh, so my child, my dear sweet child, she just makes me laugh so much every day. So it was one of the days that her dad was at work, of course, and I was taking care of her and stuff. And she's sitting on the floor, like, because I'm able to diamond paint while she's playing and stuff, because, I mean, A, she's an independent player, and B, she doesn't need, or there's no B, she doesn't need attention, or she doesn't need attention all the time. I give it to her when she asks for it and stuff, and she does pretty good on, like, without needing it all the time. So she was sitting on the floor next to the table where I was diamond painting, and she's got her Barbie dream house and her Barbie camper. They're little people versions of them. She's got those over there. And so she was playing with them, and then all of a sudden she just farts. And then she looks over at the dog and goes, 0. And I just start laughing because that's what me and my husband do. I think that's what a lot of people do when you have animals. You blame the bodily functions on the animals. And I guess Sydney has heard that enough times now to actually pick it up and start doing it. So that was freaking funny. Like I just about died laughing when she did that. I was like, "Oh my gosh, child, that's just fantastic." So yeah, that was a really funny moment from this week. And then I've been loving this. So she's been napping when I've been going to work and stuff. She doesn't nap when I'm home though, which is interesting. But she actually takes naps when I'm on my work days. And so my husband has been taking videos of him waking her up from her naps for me. And honestly, they're just the cutest little things ever. Cause like the first thing is like he walks in the room and it's wherever she's sleeping this time. So it's either in her bed crammed up with all of her stuff in there, or it's on the floor sprawled out on her Squishmallow and her Kirby toy. And it's pretty funny how she sleeps. So yeah, I've been getting those videos and stuff, and then I have a few coworkers that just like absolutely adore seeing those videos. So I'm always showing them off and being like, look how cute my kid is and stuff like that. Oh, speaking of which, one of my coworkers who loves seeing those videos will be back this week. She was out of town last week, so that's exciting. But yeah, so yeah, just kind of adjusting things. And then, of course, this week I got my first paycheck, which was really exciting. Got my first paycheck, and basically husband said he's not going to ask me for bills out of this paycheck. He'll wait till the next one to start asking me for half the bills and stuff like that. So I was like, wait, I have a paycheck that I can actually spend? So yeah, I did a little shopping. I knocked out a couple of the shops that I wanted to buy from off my list for 2025 already. I purchased a couple of the cute little snack size kits from DIYman's Delights. DIYman Delights. So I'm looking forward to getting those, and I'll definitely be doing unboxings and such as I get them. Diamond Artisan Shop kind of twisted my arm and made me buy from them because they are discontinuing a kit that I absolutely needed to have. So I did get that one. And then I got some pixels, which I know they were on my list to buy. So those are the little stickers that are kind of, it's kind of like diamond painting with stickers instead. So yeah, I got some of those because I've been wanting to try those out. And then, what else? Oh yeah, and then Diamond Art Club got me a couple times. So I was trying not to buy from Diamond Art Club this weekend because I wanted to make sure to give the small shop love, which I think I managed to do pretty good with doing both. So yeah, but I was trying to focus more small shop love with this first paycheck, but then they came out with that 6-leaf clover, Year of the Snake kit. I had to have that one. And then they restocked Hail to the Pumpkin King, which was one that I 100% absolutely needed. Because, I mean, obviously, I love Nightmare Before Christmas. My dog's name is Zero. I mean, that I need, like, when that kit was released, I'm like, oh my god, I need it, I need it, I need it. So I was kind of bummed I couldn't get it at the time, but I kind of rationalized in my head because I was like, I'm not going to work on this October. I know it's going to get restocked. So I was like, no, I'm going to hold off on getting this one, especially since that was a point that I really shouldn't have gotten anything. My husband was going to buy it for me, but I was like, I came up with a decision. I'm like, no, actually, I'm not going to do it because honestly, I'm not going to work on it till next year anyways. So I'll just wait for the restock on it. Well, the restock happened this weekend. And I was just like, okay, well, that was mean. But I ended up actually using points. I had $50 rewards in points. So I went and did that and got it and then got it. So yay. And actually those two kits have already shipped. And then of course, I got the 6-leaf clover painting and I was like, well, I was looking to see if I had another cheaper painting I wanted to add on just to get that shipping threshold, but I couldn't find one that was like of a decent, like without making me pay like an arm and a leg. So I was like, okay, I'll just get a multi-placer and then end up taking 2 multi-placers. But it's okay because I got 2 more 10-placers, so that is exciting. My poor 6-placers are about to get retired, and I'll be focusing 8 and 10 now. I have to keep my 8s around though, or no, maybe I do need to keep my 6s around because when I use them with older round drills from Diamond Art Club, I don't want to struggle with placing those straighter with the bigger multi-placers. But yeah, I was excited. I finally got to do some shopping. Oh yeah, and then I also got those cover minders from Shire Shenanigans. So I think that was like 3 of the companies I knocked off my list in one go. And then like afterwards, I'm like, oh my god, I spent so much money. And then I looked at my bank account. I'm like, oh, I didn't spend so much money. Because in reality, like the Pixels and the DIY Min Delights, those aren't as pricey because, they're smaller things. So they're not like buying 5 outright giant diamond paintings. But yeah, felt good. And now like I got my big spending spree out of the way. So I'm going to basically just kind of continue to work my way there. So definitely I'm gonna keep buying in like 2s, I think, and just like slowly whittle down my wish lists and stuff from various companies. But yeah. Oh yeah, ice cube. I'm gonna take a quick sip. Oh. So yeah, I'm excited. And then, oh yeah, I did my big Black Friday, Cyber Monday haul. That was a haul of things that my friends all got me. And I think I mentioned in that video, I think I was missing one image or one painting still from a friend, which that arrived this week, and I'm very excited about it. So it was Onihime by Margaret Morales. Absolutely stunning kit. And I'm kind of like kicking myself right now too, because I kit this one up obviously before I knew I had that one coming, but also like I was trying not to buy the 6-leaf clover painting this weekend, and then I just couldn't resist it. I just couldn't stop thinking about it, and I'm like, okay, that's just a sign that I just really need to get this one. And then I'm also realizing now that this is going to be a series I'm going to have to collect, because I definitely want the Year of the Dragon one still. Like, that one is so cool. So I think this is going to end up being a series I'm going to attempt to collect over the years as they come out. But yeah, so yeah, I've kitted this kit up specifically for Elise's event, and then those 2 came around. I'm like, man, if I'd known I was going to get these couple of kits, then I probably wouldn't have kit this one up. Not that I'm not excited to work on it, it's just huge, and there's a lot of, like, there's a handful of confetti in it, and I'm like, I don't know how long this is going to actually take me to finish it. I'm hoping to finish it in February. I'm like, I'm still attempting to do a dragon a month, I think. Like, I know I said I was gonna like not attempt that, but I'm kind of like loosely attempting it right now because I did finish a dragon in January. Right? What did I finish in January? Crap, what was it? It was it was a 6-leaf clover dragon, actually. It was the sushi dragons. Yeah, so I did finish a dragon in January, and I'm like, well, if I can finish this one in February, this is going to be a good start. And then in March, Stoke Your Dragonfire is around, and I have to work on a dragon for that. And I already have my dragon picked out for that. Just need to get a specific pen for it, I feel like. You done? Okay, you're done. Stupid fridge. But yeah, I have that all I have that all figured out and stuff. So I'm like, okay, so if I get these first 3 months out of the way with dragons, then I feel like the rest of the year should fall into place pretty easily. It's just all about making sure I'm kitting up my dragon kids at the right time. So obviously I'm starting this one now, and I'm aiming to have it done in February. So I feel like that's realistic. I feel like it's realistic. But that also means First Snow is going to go on the back burner at some point. And then that one will probably, well, that might be a February finish as well, or even a March finish. Who knows? I hope it doesn't take me till March. Actually, I don't think it'll take me till March. Like, I've made some good progress. Like, I think yesterday alone I did an entire row on that one because my husband just let me have diamond painting time, which has been really nice. Actually, no, that wasn't yesterday. It was the day before yesterday. It was Saturday. That's when I had the whole day just kind of, yeah, I was like, I just want to have a day for diamond painting. And then yesterday I was doing laundry. And today we're finishing laundry. Just need to fold it and get it put away now. Which is the worst part. But yeah, and then also this weekend I've been kind of getting distracted by not getting distracted, but I've also been focusing the Night of the Frost Dragon stitch along because I was 3 months behind on that one, and I'm like, oh, I need to get caught up on this. And I was like, well, I have a 3-day weekend, so if I'm sitting over at my recording desk, not actually like actively spending time with my husband, it won't be as big of a deal because it's not like, I mean, we have a 3-day weekend together instead of just having the 2 days. Although he did go and hang out with some friends on Saturday, so we did miss out on a little bit of that. But I got ice cream for that, so it's okay. Yeah, you stay down. Woo. So yeah, what else happened this week? So I talked about work, talked about RLCS, talked about my shopping spree. I know it's funny too because my husband was Twitch streaming on Friday, and I like popped in for a little bit while I was waiting for my one coworker to get back from lunch so we could get into our false Minecraft world. And then so yeah, I popped into a stream for a minute and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go spend more money now, bye. And that's when I bought the pixels. I wasn't going to buy the pixels this time around, but I'm like, I kind of want them. I kind of want to try them. So I bought them. And like I said, they weren't nearly as pricey as I was anticipating. So yeah, I'm excited. It's nice, like, it's kind of like, it's kind of funny too, because it's like, I like having the money to spend on diamond paintings, but I don't like the fact that I don't have as much time to diamond paint anymore. But, I mean, I've been working on, like, so, I've been kind of trying to make things, like, work on diamond paintings as much as I can. So, obviously I can't have my diamond painting in the lab itself. It's a biohazard thing. But I was like, okay, but I have an hour long for lunch. So I've been bringing a diamond painting for my lunch break. So the one I've been working on is Paint the Moon, which is one of the Amazon exclusives, and I've almost got an entire row done on that one. So the way I'm thinking I'm going to continue to work things is that I will bring snack size kits to work on my lunch breaks, and then I will work on my full size kits, obviously at home. no idea. Oh, never mind, it's the umbrella. I'm like, what is that shadow? Okay, but yeah, so, and then that way I can do my relaxation thing at my lunch break when I'm having a stressful day. It definitely has helped out a lot. Let's see. Okay, so, oh yeah, and then this weather has been atrocious. I know it's been atrocious for everybody. Speaking of which, if you are in a location where it is very, very cold right now, where you guys aren't used to cold, I hope you guys are staying warm. I hope your heaters are working at their magnitude that they should be. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing okay. I know where I live, we're accustomed to cold, so we're used to it, but I like talking to friends who live down south and stuff like that and hearing about how their house heaters can't really manage the cold and stuff. It's crazy to me. But yeah, it was kind of bizarre, like this morning or last night to this morning. So last night, I was sitting over here working on my cross stitch conversion, the stitch along, and I was just like working away, and then all of a sudden my husband goes, "Holy crap, it's snowing out." And I'm like, "What?" And I like lean back and look out the back door here, and I just see like my patio table out there with like half an inch of snow on it. I'm like, "Oh, okay." Yep, it is definitely snowing out, and I'm like, thank goodness I don't have to work tomorrow, because ew. So yeah, sure enough, we wake up this morning and it's like a whiteout outside, and I'm like, oh, this kind of sucks, because it's like we planned on going grocery shopping today. It was like, well, that hopefully that calms down. So yeah, we get downstairs and there's like an inch of snow outside, and we're like, oh, that sucks. So yeah, my husband was like, well, I'm still gonna go grocery shopping, because like the plan was he was supposed to take the kids to go grocery shopping, and I would then have the house to myself, because like he did it on Sydney's nap. So she's upstairs in her room, and the boys would go with him, and then I would be able to sit and film my WIP and chat, which I am actually doing. So the plan did work out. But this morning it didn't look like it was going to. It's like, oh gosh, we have no food in the house, and the roads look like crap and stuff like that. But so he ended up going out and just shoveling like him and the boys shoveled the driveway. And it was kind of funny too, because like they went out, and I told the boys, because my husband went downstairs to grab Alex's pair of pants out of the dryer, and I told the boys, I'm like, okay, first one who hits dad with a snowball gets $10 from me. And they're like, oh, really? And they both got excited. And then, of course, Alex was the first one to hit my husband with a snowball, so I gave him $10. Which then led to a discussion about proper spending and stuff like that, because he was about to turn around and buy like a $30 skin in Fortnite. We're like, dude, don't waste that kind of money on Fortnite skins, please. Oh my gosh. So yeah, they went out and did the shoveling and stuff, and then it was funny, they came back in one at a time. So Drake came back in first because his fingers were cold, and I was like, okay, go ahead and bring your snow stuff upstairs, and like you drape it over the bathroom, the tub, so that way it can dry out and stuff like that. So he did that, and then okay, husband's telling me where they are. And then after that, like a few minutes later, Alex came back in, and I told him to do the same thing. And of course, he like bunched his up and threw it back in the bag, and which that was a whole discussion. Like, dude, I asked you to drape it over the tub. Like, that's what you should have done. I asked you to do these things for a reason, so they can dry out and doesn't get all wet and musty like your bathing suit did last week sitting in your bag. Because they have a swim unit at school, so that's what he's been having, a swim unit. But then he just decided not to pull his backpack or his swimsuit out of his bag after getting done with it at his mom's house, which I was kind of annoyed by too, because we then had to make sure that his swimsuit got washed. But yeah, then we had him like fix that and stuff like that, and then yeah, we had a whole discussion about proper spending and stuff, because Alex has been, like, he gets an allowance over at his mom's house, and he keeps spending it on, like, nothing. And it's like, we keep trying to tell him, like, stop putting all your money into Fortnite and stuff like that. Like, you're probably not gonna play this game for, like, I mean, you're eventually gonna outgrow this game, and you're gonna, like, go to a different battle royale once you're able to play more of them. Because obviously he's only 12, so we don't let him play some of the like the crazier games like Call of Duty and stuff like that, because you never know what you're gonna hear in that game. So we kind of had a conversation with him about, like, you gotta spend